Good evening, and welcome to Earth X. It has been, you can clap, that works. Thank you. It has been 15 years, it's hard to imagine, since 2011, when our friend Trammell Crow had this grand vision to bring people from all over the world together to be able to share one common objective, to be able to elevate an awareness, an appreciation, and to help us preserve this one beautiful planet that we call Earth. You see, Trammell, like me, was a child of the 1950s. We grew up in the Apollo era with these amazing astronauts and the amazing things that they accomplished, but most amazing was the ability to see this planet from afar. So the image that you just saw on the screen was from 1968, Apollo 8, Bill Anders. See if we can pull that back up. It's an image that he called Earthrise. And it's a beautiful, iconic shot, but it wasn't the image that caught everyone's attention. It's what he said. You see, Bill Anders in 1968 says, "We went to explore the moon, but we discovered the Earth." Beautiful, beautiful sentiment that literally started back in 1970, Earth Day, for the first time on April 22nd, that we still celebrate today. You see, all of the astronauts, from Neil Armstrong to Bill Anders to Charlie Duke to John Glenn and even to William Shatner, if you remember when he went up on Blue Origin, they all have the one common observance. They call it the overview effect. And the overview effect is when they get back away from the Earth and look back on it, they don't see borders, they don't see nations, they don't see wars, they don't see problems, they see this beautiful planet laid out in front of them, and that overview effect changes people. So recently, for the first time now in 50 years, I hope you were able to see Artemis 2 inspiring a whole new generation, just as I was inspired by the Apollo missions and became more conscious of our Earth because of the Apollo missions. The Artemis 2 mission was able to help a new generation see the Earth from a different perspective. Now, here's 4 things that those astronauts observed. Number 1, Victor Glover. I don't know if you heard his Easter message. It was a beautiful thing. He said he was surprised. He hadn't prepared anything. NASA just said, hey, what do you think? Can you give us an Easter message? And he's like, okay. And he looked out over the Earth and he said, the one thing I see is the beauty of this planet and that we are one human race. We're all the same. Such a powerful message and such an important message for that next generation to hear. Number 2, fragility. We had Christina Koch, who said, looking at this planet, she saw this thin green and blue line around the planet. Some have described it as thin as a contact lens that covers the Earth. And what she said basically is this paper-thin atmosphere is what protects the fragility of our life. And we have to be aware of it and take care of it. So fragility. Number 3, something I call metacognition. And that was from Jeremy Hansen, the Canadian astronaut aboard. Metacognition is awareness of your own thoughts. And Jeremy basically said, on this mission, I developed a greater sense of self and an urgency to achieve global collaboration, because it's not me blaming them, it's me taking responsibility for myself to get out there and to talk about this collectively, because we all have the responsibility to be able to see the world from afar. And then finally, Fred Weissman, the commander of the mission, not a religious man. He developed number 4 finding, his faith. Interestingly, he came back after they landed. When the chaplain came in and visited with the astronauts, he burst into tears. He was a non-religious man. And basically what he said was, the mission gave me an appreciation that this universe is too grand to be anything other than done by a creator, by a higher power than us as humans. And so he discovered faith while there. So what's the one common denominator? All of these four things that these astronauts, all of them, from Apollo to the space shuttle to the ISS astronauts, have one thing in common, that they all see perspective. You see, perception is what we get every day when we turn on the news and look at the internet and we get angry. Perception triggers ignorance. Ignorance leads to fear. Fear leads to anger, and anger leads to all kinds of bad things, violence, et cetera, et cetera. But perspective, when you can step back, use your critical thinking and see the world from afar, perspective is knowledge, which leads to understanding, which leads to hope, and ultimately peace. So to help us with perspective, I'd like to, while I deliver the invitation for this evening, for the meal, what I'd like to do is let us see what Reed Weissman saw and the Artemis crew. They filmed with their camera, not moonrise, but the first time ever, they witnessed an Earth set behind the moon. So I'd like us to watch this, and this is what they saw from the Artemis II ship as they began to circle the globe. And as you can see, Reed described this as like sitting on the beach and watching the sun slowly go down. And so with that, I'd like to say, Lord, as we gather here for EarthX, let us share our perspective and bless us with gratitude for the meal and the servers tonight, gratitude for those who make EarthX possible, gratitude for the astronauts and all who make it possible for us to see the Earth from afar, and finally, gratitude for all of us who are here with one shared mission to make that one beautiful planet Earth a better place for us all. Amen. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Master of Ceremonies this evening, Tori Hart.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me in the front? And okay, y'all can hear me. You said yeah? You can hear me? Okay, right here, can you hear me? How you doing? If you love Mother Earth, make some noise. I said if you love Mother Earth, make some noise. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I know y'all like, wait, is this a concert or are we seminar? What are we doing? My name is Tori Hart, everyone. And I just want to say thank you all for coming tonight. Let's make some noise for the EarthX conference. And welcome to our first banquet of EarthX 2026. Sitting all around you are scientists, engineers, change makers, government representatives, and industry leaders. Why are we all here, you ask? We share the same home. Our goal is to combine creativity and media with the infrastructures of government and private industry to ensure that our planet is safe, clean, and thriving for generations to come. Yeah, give it up for that. So we'd like to thank you all of our amazing sponsors for the support of our endeavors, and of course, all of you for making this event what it is, a crossroads, okay? Every year we build new connections across sectors under the united effort to make our planet better. We have the future in the building tonight. Shout out to all the students joining us this evening, making sure to connect. Yes? Give some love to the students. With the next generation of leaders who will usher us into the future. Tonight we'll have some riveting programming, chances to connect and collaborate, and of course, a delicious meal. Y'all ready to eat? I know I am. Okay, now, thank you to our sponsors. Let's get that out of the way. We always have to thank the sponsors, okay? Here we go. Thank you to the sponsors. There's a lot of them up there. Can y'all see all these beautiful, amazing sponsors for tonight? I see them all. Wells Fargo, City of Dallas, Air Continental, Niagara, Hilton, Anatole, Hunt, IBC Bank. Listen, Tory Hart, I don't know. It's a lot of sponsors up there, but y'all make some noise for these sponsors, please. Our partners, because listen, without them, where will we be, okay? Where will we be? Also, the volunteers. Volunteers, get ready. Make some noise for the volunteers. Bank of America, long-standing. American Airlines, long-standing. Compass Realty. Are y'all in here? Woo, woo, yay, ooh. Okay, y'all, and now let's get to the student shout-out. We have UTD, UT Arlington, UT Austin, University of North Texas, SMU, Cornell, that's T. If y'all don't know this right here, that means T for the new generation. I'm teaching y'all something. She get it. Okay, I see you, girl. She like, I get you, sister girl. I got it. Okay. University of Chicago, Columbia University, City Lab, Pioneer Technology Arts Academy in Mesquite. Ooh, that was long. Okay, thank you. Give it up for all of them, y'all. And now, yeah. Can I also say, y'all, listen, we got to make sure we're taking care of the planet, okay? We really do, because if we don't, Mother Earth is going to kick us the hell off of this planet. Y'all see what's happening, okay? I'm doing my part. I got an electric car. Make some noise for electric cars, and it's actually not a Tesla. It is a Mach-E. So, yeah. All right. I know there's a lot of Teslas out there. I'm actually recycling better. Who's recycling? Oh, don't act like y'all are recycling, okay? Y'all bougie and Tory, you're just now recycling. Yes, I'm recycling. They have taught me that I need to recycle. I'm recycling. I'm not using plastic straws. I'm doing my part. Look, I'm a black girl from Philadelphia, y'all. Work with me, okay? All right, I'm doing my part. As a black woman from North Philadelphia, we wasn't worried about recycling. We were just worried about not killing our pit bulls, okay? So work with me here. But I am loving this. Trammell, like I said, you know, I'm so happy to be up here. I'm so happy to be a part of this because I am understanding what it means to me to save the earth and actually appreciate Mother Earth because she's here for us. So let's take care of her, do better so she thrives and that we keep on staying here on this planet, okay? Can y'all do that for me? Thank you. And let's have some fun tonight, y'all. Get the sticks out your asses, loosen up. Let's have some fun. Mother Earth wants us to loosen up. It's okay. Have fun. Loosen. Excuse me. In the front. She can't see me. It's okay, y'all. Everybody that can see me, have fun, okay? Yeah, right there. There she goes. She's like, well, she said have fun. Yeah. All right, we're going to praise Mother Earth and have a good time. And with that said, I would like to introduce the EarthX CEO, Mr. Peter Simic.
Thank you all for being here. Thanks, Tori. That was amazing. And thanks, Jim. That was profoundly moving, your invocation, and I think it was a perfect setup. You know, we've all day, and it's the first of a few days, we've been talking about, I mean, I spent several hours today in a nuclear energy conference, and we're in the weeds on, you know, what are the regulatory impediments to changing some of our energy resources. Tomorrow, the ECAP summit kicks off, and there's going to be a lot of talk of investment. There's going to be talk about policy and how we can shift, you know, some of the ways we use government to address some of the things that can preserve that beautiful blue orb that was disappearing behind behind the moon that we just saw. But that's not about tonight. Tonight is a little bit different. Tonight is, I think, what makes EarthX as an environmental organization, as a sustainability conference, a little different. Because this is the night we celebrate sort of the why. We talk a lot about, like, why are we preserving the Earth? And to me, I think that question is answered best when we look at what we make of ourselves and our lives and the art we produce. When we look at the way in which we express joy, we express love, and the forms that they take. And they take the form of music, they take the form of comedy, they take the form of film. And these are not just the things that give us the reason for preserving ourselves and give us the justification for why humanity needs to remain on the Earth, because the Earth's going to be fine. Climate change will blow up the atmosphere, and in a few million years, the Earth will find another way to be. But I think the real heart of this question is, how do we live in relation to Earth so that we can preserve the beauty that we perceive and the beauty that we make that is in complement for what we see in nature and what the planet gives to us. And so that is what we're celebrating with all the programming we're going to see tonight, and that's why it gives me great joy to introduce our next performer. I got to meet this man a couple of years ago when he came to Dallas to receive an award that we call the Hedy Lamarr Award. And that was celebrating the way in which people who work in entertainment sometimes live double lives. Sometimes they are both beautiful entertainers, but they also are able to develop skills and technologies that participate in saving the world. And you know, I discovered that this next guest is a beautiful man and a beautiful musician and someone that we're now very proud to call a friend of EarthX. And so to give us a few moments of musical reflection, I think pinned on what we're also celebrating this year, which is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, and thinking about our own relationship to nature and our own roots in this country, I'd like to welcome to the stage Jeff Baxter.
So, what I like to do is a little bit of Americana, take you through the history of the United States musically. And something to remember. When I saw those beautiful photographs and the movies from the Artemis II, for all you physicists out there, you understand this, but just so you know, the relationship between sound and color, they're the same thing. Just so you know, because when you hit a note like A440 on the guitar, that string is vibrating at 440 times a second, and you say it's the note A below middle C. If I play the first harmonic, that's 880 times a second. If I play the third harmonic, that's 620. Now what happens if you multiply A440 times 10 to the 23rd power? You get the color green. Green is a superharmonic of A440. So this means when you're listening to music, you are listening to a whole spectrum of everything that makes up the universe, all the glue that holds everything together. So when I go through this, just sit back, let your mind translate for you the sounds into colors and back and forth. So think of that beautiful photograph that we just saw, the Earth, the big blue marble.